Oh, it's an NSFW! Nate! Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I can read this title. I don't even think this can go on YouTube, guys. I feel bad for my ladle. Okay. Time I f***ed up by c***ing into a coconut. What? This time I f***ed up didn't happen today, but quite a few years back, for obvious reasons, I'm using a throwaway account, as my family knows my main Reddit username. Alright. Anyway, around 8 years back, I lived in northern Mozambique, a coastal southern African country with quite a warm climate. My mother at that time was going through a health nut phase and only buying foods she deemed was healthy enough. One of these was coconuts. She would buy several coconuts a week to use in food from a local market. Anyway, being a teenager, I f***ed regular animals. What are you having me read? Unfortunately, there was some severely stressful examinations coming up for me, and as such, my f***ing reached a higher peak than usual, and I was feeling pretty sexually frustrated. No, you were f***ing all the time. How are you sexually frustrated? One day, I hear that my mother is going to be out for pretty much the entire afternoon. Me decides that it would be a fantastic idea to f*** a coconut. Honestly, to this day, I can't fathom why I thought that would be a good idea, but my train of thought back then was clearly somewhat clogged. He was definitely thinking with a different head. I end up grabbing the coconut drill, and through 20-ish minutes of concerted effort, ends up creating a hole large enough for me to stick my porker into. Why? Why the visual? Why the visual, though? I decided it requires some lube and grabbed the nearest slippery thing, some butter? We were just talking about not buttering people! Nate, no! Can you imagine how why we was just talking about not buttering? Nearest slippery thing, some butter before shoving it into the coconut, followed shortly by my meat. I f*** the coconut and it actually feels pretty damn good. So I my shove the coconut under my bed and continue about my day. For the next week, the coconut is my savior. Whenever I want to get off, I simply take it, it in its delightfully tight hole, made better each time by accumulating volumes of my and butter acting as lubricant. It is heaven. The amount of cringe on my face right now. Okay. Now, before I continue, I'd best mention that at the time our area was experiencing quite humid, muggy weather, which exasperated an already existing fly problem. Disgustingly fat, bloated flies were commonly found around our house, and the exterminators couldn't really do anything because it was a localized area problem that would go away in the winter. About a week and a bit after the initial coconut, I had been using it pretty much every day since then. I began to notice a few more flies than usual, as well as an odd, unpleasant smell about my room. Must be the coconut, right? So I decide that I'll f*** it once more before I throw it out and get a new one. Worst mistake I have ever made. You see, the reason for the increased number of flies was the coconut was evidently, in hindsight, a nearly perfect place to lay eggs. As I the coconuts one last time, I begin to feel a strange wiggling sensation. Puzzled, I pull my out to discover that it is covered in rotten and moldy butter and teeming with tiny maggots. They were wriggling all over my head, and some were even trying to force their way up my I screamed. I'm screaming and threw the coconut against the wall, which made the situation worse by spilling the contents. Hours of vigorous scrubbing, vomiting, and cleaning the remnants were spent reflecting on what the I was doing with my life. Never again. Never again. TLDR. Don't coconuts. Edit. Jesus, this exploded. I'm glad my maggoty experience made some people laugh. I sure cry every time I think back to it. Edit 2. Rip inbox. This is disgusting! This was absolutely disgusting! Edit 3. Thanks for the gold. It eases my shame a little. I'm thinking of doing an Ask Me Anything for you more curious individuals. No, I'm not. I'm not more curious, thank you. Maybe if the post hits 10K, it's quite uncomfortable to discuss though, as the visceral memories come back. Edit 4, my shame has never been this large. 47.1K upvotes. My story of coconut permanently etched into Reddit history. Lord save me. Wow. That was a horrible experience. Thank you. I can never get this out of my brain.